Hey everybody, welcome to another Star Wars action figure review. Next up for you today, I have another Black Series figure to give you guys a look at. Without further ado, we're going to be taking a look at this guy. This is Luke Skywalker in his Hoth battle gear, Hoth outfit. Really cool figure. I'm kind of disappointed in it now that I have him. Wish Hasbro would have touched up on a couple things that they didn't, but I'll be talking about that later in the review. First off, we're going to take a look at the packaging. Again, like I said, really digging the new packaging with the TIE Fighter pilot in the back. On the back, you do have Luke dangling right there in the Wampa cave. And there's a brief description up top there, which I'll be putting in the description box below. You guys take a quick read. Then going straight on to the figure. Like I said, is a good figure. It's just slightly disappointing. This is actually a Kit Bash figure. This figure utilizes parts from the vintage collection, Luke Skywalker and Hoth gear, from the neck down. So essentially, we're paying $10 for a brand new head sculpt, which is kind of disappointing. Just to give you a good comparison, I actually have the vintage collection Luke Skywalker, as you can see. See, he's wearing the little poncho, which, just bear with me a second while I take it off. Take this off. Alright, there you go. So yeah, as you can see, we're only paying $10 for a repaint of a body and just a new head sculpt. I really wish when they came out with this Luke Skywalker figure that they would have just given him an alternate head sculpt. That would have been such a good idea. But they decided not to do it, and they decided to just throw another figure at us and for us to buy. And seeing is that we buy it, they're going to keep doing it. But yeah, enough about this figure. Moving on to this figure. Like I said, the head sculpt is really nice. I'll give it that. It's very good representation of Mark Hamill. Let me get this lightsaber out of the way. See? Very good representation of Mark Hamill. So I'll give Hasbro on that. They at least did the head sculpt right. Now, all the stuff that they did wrong, that I wish they would have corrected with the other Luke Skywalker. Definitely for one, the shoulders. As you can see, they're not really rounded out. So it's an inaccuracy. It's not like that in the movie. In the movie, it's just really flush. And here they're kind of like pointed. They're like broad. Kind of wish they would have fixed that. I wish they would have fixed his hands. Now, I do understand that he's wearing gloves, so they will be thicker. But, you know, these look like mini Mickey Mouse gloves. They're really swollen, and they just don't look good, you know. You see, if you look at the figure as a whole, it's not too bad. But if you really focus on the hands, you'll notice that they're just way too big. But yeah, aside from that, you know, he has some pretty good details. The articulation is top notch. I can't really tell which paint scheme is more accurate, this one or this one. I'd have to go back to the movie and look at a reference for it just to see. But yeah, going on to his accessories, he does have the ignited lightsaber, which I took off earlier. See, really nice blue. I love the blue that they picked for this one. And, you know, the lightsaber hilt, standard Luke hilt, you know, decent details. Yeah, nothing to write home about except, you know, the color is really nice. He does come with a lightsaber hilt, which, as you can see, does peg onto his waist right there. See, same details, really nice. And his final accessory, he does come with his blaster, which does have a working holster on the side. And they actually put silver paint applications. I'm very surprised that they decided to paint one of their weapons. The Black Series, in my opinion, has been notorious for not painting these things or doing a poor job of it. If I really want to complain, I could say that they didn't paint the butt of the revolver, which they should have and could have done. But, you know, I'm happy with the silver tip, so that's okay. Yeah, again, you know, good details throughout. It's a decent figure. I'm only disappointed in the fact that I paid $10 just for a head. That's my big gripe about this figure. But all in all, it's a really good figure. His articulation is a ball jointed head, ball hinged shoulders and elbows. He has swivel wrist, a ball jointed torso, ball hinged hips, ball hinged knees, and ball hinged ankles. So really great figure. I'm glad they released him, so now we can have a damaged version of Luke. They haven't done one since the Saga collection, I believe. But yeah, really nice to get him. I hope that this means that they're gonna release a new Wampa. You know, I'm hopeful for that. I got my fingers crossed. I just really hope they have it. So yeah. Alright, all in all, I do recommend this figure. I know I said that I didn't really like it. It doesn't sound that I would encourage you to buy it, but I would. Even if you do own this vintage collection Luke, I think it's really nice to have both of them. So you have both variants. It's just a shame that Hasbro takes, like, you know, they cut too many corners. I guess I gave them too much credit, and I set myself up for failure because I should have known that Hasbro was just gonna um, re-release the entire body the same. But anyway, I'm beginning to badger on. All in all, I hope you found this review helpful. I have a couple more Black Series figures that I want to give you a look at before I start taking a look at some of the more retro figures. So yeah, again, I hope you found this review helpful. Until then, I will see you all in my next video.